Right, so good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the time of day it is for you. You join me, well, it's the 6th of September and it's a Saturday and it's about 7 o'clock. And you join me at Normandy Wood, just outside of Packington in Leicestershire. And the reason you join me out here today is, a sneak preview, yes, I've got myself a toy to play with, or a new bike to play with, shall we say. So yes, she is a 2024 Honda Forza 350. This one is in white, 74 plate, completely original can. We have got a OEM Honda box rack and a JTS, a JTS top plate, universal top plate, because this is my mate Graham's bike. He is going to take the universal plate off. He is having a matching top box with the keyless system. He tried that as an experiment after the rack turned up. So here she is, a Forza 350. Now, most people would probably think, why am I interested in the Forza? Well, it almost seems really practical. It is practical. I mean, we'll just flip the seat and there you go. So RPHA 71 in large, because I've got a big head, a backpack there, and there's still space. Brilliant. And then obviously the fuel is just under there. I saw the Forza a few years ago and I was very intrigued by it, because obviously I'd ridden 125s and 50 scooters, well, 50 scooters and 125s, and I thought the 350 should be like the perfect usable all-round thing. So it's got Michelin City Grip 2s, I believe. Yep, on the front and on the rear. And what I do like is the swooping dash. And if we just flick through, can't remember how you do it. As you can see, I've done 39.6 miles on this bike. We'll start her up when I pull the rear brake in. And yes, this bike has only done, you can see it, 396 miles from new. And in that time it's averaged, it's got a range, gives you a little range counter, it's nice and simple. And over the 396 mile, it's averaged 83 to the gallon. In my time, it's averaging 78.8. And what I like about this is how whispery quiet it is. And this is one of the things I'll get onto in a bit, with speed and the lack of sound. But yes, it's all LED, and yeah, I think it is a good little bike. The only thing I will say, let's just switch her off. Actually, no, we want a warrant for this. Is the indicators in a light, whilst it looks very smart, when you're actually indicating, I'll just put an indicator on. I've heard of stories of people being told, sorry I didn't see you because of the indicators. It confused them with it always being on. Easy to see why. I mean, I've had Graham follow me on this bike, I've followed Graham on this bike, and yeah. But on the back end, the back end, it just works really, really well. So, give me a minute just to de-set up from everything and get myself going, and we'll go for a ride. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention, if you push this little lever, you've even got a little cubby there, very deep cubby with a USB-C charger. Alright, let's get rolling. Right, we'll go the same way we did with the Lex Moto. So as you can see, pulled out the car park, not a problem, straight up to 30. I mean, now she's just crept to 50, look. And this is one of the good things about the Forza, being a 350, and it's a CVT belt system like your normal 50cc scooters. I believe, from what I understand, the 750 Forza uses the DCT system. And yeah, you can just see, took my hands off to adjust my jacket and she's fine. So yes, this is a 30 mile an hour limit, and for stuff like this she does really well. So the mirrors, obviously they're a bit like car mirrors and you can turn them in, which I did to get through the gate last night. I didn't have to, but I just thought it would be easier. Right, let's see how slow we can bring it down to. That's probably 5 mile an hour. My foot never left the board. There's 30. Coming to a national. Just pull it back, not all the way. And we're there. Just like that, so whoop, and gone. And don't get me wrong, being a 15-inch front and a 14-inch rear, the wheels are small. It is taking a bit of it's a bit of an exercise in trust. I think Graham's been saying that. I mean, he brought this bike with 154 miles on it. Oh, I'm just not quite sure about some bends. And yeah, he brought it at 154, and as I say, it's at 398 now. So it's about 350 something when I got it, during the 50 mile. So yes, I am probably going to put a good more than double its mileage, probably double the mileage on it today. But Graham's fine with that. I mean, I noticed coming out earlier when probably about 35 mile, it drops bar. And that range, that's really nice. It's not something I've ever had on a bike. But yeah, to have it is actually it's actually alright. I just realised speeding, there you go, it's a prime example. So easily done. I find personally counter leaning this bike seems to be the best way to get it round a bend. Right, just counter leaning and just a bit of counter steering and but yeah, the seat is big, as you can tell from the walk round. I mean, I am sat to the back of it, My feet are completely on the deck at the side, and it doesn't seem uncomfortable. Now, the test for today is the fact that I've got about 200 miles planned. Wait, maybe 300. No, sorry, 300 miles planned going into Wales. To do the bike and brew event, some of the cafes out of there. So that'll be its own separate video. But what that is going to allow me to do is get a really good bit of saddle time with this bike, which is, to me, the best way to get a feel for a bike is to saddle time it. Now, I'm going to have to do all my directions off Google Maps via voice, which is a strange concept to me. But hopefully we should get on. I mean, if this was my bike, I would get a phone mount here, and there is a USB port in there, but I'd get one of the phone mounts and put a USB port, and yeah, I'd just do a little bit to it, not a lot. My foot never touched the floor. I do have to be wary actually of going full lock with the handlebars of my knees, being that I am a bit taller. But yeah, it's just an absolute brilliant little bike. Would I buy one? Well, so far, if I wanted a pure commuter stroke sort of runabout, and I didn't have the 500 and I had something like a 1200 or something quite a bit bigger, then yeah, I could and I didn't have a car, I could quite easily have this and a nice big bike. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think this would be absolutely fine when I go up to Squires. I'm not going Squires on it. But yeah, I think it'd be absolutely fine on the motorways. And I've got a nice motorway run. But yeah, it's just, you can overtake. As you saw around the cyclist. Nearly had another one. It's got enough pull. But if I was doing what I do with marshalling rides, yeah, I think I'd sort of struggle with it a little bit. But certainly, as this bike sits, it's probably, as I say, minus that phone mount, it's probably what I would do. I wouldn't put a back box on this personally. Why? Because I can get my helmet under the seat. And as I say, this is a RPHA 71. It's a large. It has got the Tubbs Jackson mount, the mount for the Cardo, for the Packtalk edge. Now, I can, with the mount, get it under the seat, but I have to take the Cardo off. Now, if I had a slimmer com or the integrated com that HJC do, then yeah, absolutely not a problem. Well, when I first rode it, when I came up to the roundabout, I did try and I did move my foot ready to change gear. So yeah, going back to an auto. When I say an auto, I mean a scooter with the push bike brakes, as I call them. Yeah, it took a little bit of getting used to, but I got used to it. It's like everything, you'll get used to it. It's a change. I know Graham's gone back on his Vulcan and he thought it was a tank. I mean, this is how good this is, look. Up the side. Slow control on the rear brake. Foot down. So yeah, that's my initial thoughts. As I say, did a nice bit of twisty bit. I want to go to the dual carriageway. Because I'm obviously heading off to Wales. I'm going to go down via one of the cafes, which means I've got to do a little bit of I've got to do the M52 and the M5 just to get around Birmingham, but at this time in the morning it should be dead. See, speeding again. So easily done with this bike. So I'm going to switch off for a minute, and then I'll come back on when we're on the motorway. Well, on the A road. So I don't know how well you can hear me, because this screen for me is causing a bit of turbulence sound-wise. I mean, if I do that, yeah, it whips you back a little bit. But yeah, this is 70-ish mile an hour. And yeah, it's 14 degrees outside, according to the bike. And yeah, it's comfortable. Just wish the sun would come out a little bit more, warm the air up a bit. But I mean, yeah, I'm in my jeans, my Weise hoodie, but just got a t-shirt on underneath, and I'm sat here quite calm, quite quiet really. As you can tell, quite happy to cruise at the speed limit. I was just going off here so I can set my sat nav up. But yeah, one thing I've mentioned is obviously this is keyless, so you've just got to be near it. One of the things I do like about it is the fact that sometimes, even if you might think you'd be close enough to it, but if you may not be. It's got a very short range. But it's great because you just put the key in your pocket and forget about it. I mean, all I've got on that set of keys is the manual seat release if you ever have any problems, and the whatchamacallit, the hip lock key, and obviously the bike key. And that's it, and I never have to take that out of my pocket until I need the hip lock. Right, so yes, I've just topped off with fuel. That 40... hang on, I've lost where it is. 55 mile took 4 litres on a 12 litre tank. Apparently I've got a range... of 212 miles. But yes, so I really do like this bike. I think it's got a place. I think as TMF has said about some of the big scooters before, we sort of shame them a little bit in this country. And it's quite a bad thing, because as I say, as a town runner, and for 99% of what people, or what I do, this would be brilliant. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here for this video, just because it's motorway now. And you'll see there may be another video or two with this bike from today. Seems a shame to not make some videos whilst I've got it. So all I'll say is ride safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one, whatever that may be.